Mike Bohn joined now by one of the great promoters of Octagon MMA, Pavol Neruda. Pavol, I know you have another big event this weekend, Octagon 72 in Prague, Czech Republic, another big stadium event for you guys. Just tell me, I guess, the significance of this one. You got two title fights on the card.
Yes, it's a huge event, like the biggest one this year. We call it like a Super Bowl for this year. It will be huge, massive, 25,000 people on the football stadium, really crazy one. And we have two title fights. One is for the interim title between Mahmoud Muradov, well-known fighter from the UFC, and Patrick Kinsel, our ex-champion in middleweight. And also the main event is for a very special title. We call it Infinity Belt. And it's so special. We made it just once for this one occasion because it's a trilogy between Carlos Vémola, also ex-UFC fighter, and Attila Végh, who was a Bellator champion in 2013. And these two guys are most famous from Czechia and Slovakia. They will fight against each other in third time. They are super popular here. And this fight is so big, and because it's 1-1 so far in their previous bouts, this time only one will be the winner, and it will be forever. So that's why we made a special Infinity Belt for this one.
Yes, and it's also, I believe, a double retirement fight, right? Is that correct for Carlos and Attila?
Yeah, that's correct. That's definitely correct. They have a great career, like 40 fights, more than 40 fights each. They had this great era behind them. Like really, they fought in these early days of fighting, these old times, and they have been in Bellator or UFC really in ancient times of the sports, I would say. So it's very special for all fans here in Europe to see these two guys fighting in their last dance. To be something really special.
Yeah. So how did you guys, I guess, decide that with them? Like, did they tell you that they just wanted to one more fight separately? Did they say they wanted their final fights to be against each other? Like, how did you ultimately have this all come together in like this perfect storm of, a trilogy fight and a double retirement fight?
Yes, it's because look, they have been before so big, so popular. They achieve so big popularity, not just in the sport, but they become like a social celebrities in both countries, which both has around 400,000 on social media, which in 15 million Czechoslovakia it's a lot, and they know that this is the biggest fight they can have, and it cannot be bigger. They can fight against each other, make it this huge, so it will be in the football stadium, and nothing else can be bigger. So it means it makes no sense for them. Why I should fight? Let's say, imagine Attila Végh, for example. Like after this one, he will fight some youngster hungry who want to take his fame, take his aura of the old legend away. No, they know this is the last dance, best decision to not fight after this one and stay on this top level in the hearts of fans.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I guess what are your expectations for this trilogy, right? Because they fought the first time, it was 2019. Carlos got the win by TKO. They fought again in 2023, and Attila got the win by submission, I believe. Or am I getting that backwards?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's 1-1, and
Attila, lost
Attila
by
won the fight in
submission.
2024.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Sorry. So I guess what do you expect this time around?
Hard to say. We can see from many photos that Attila went through big transformation. Like he worked really, really hard because he lost in last fight. You have it somewhere inside, this hunger to really deliver this time, and because it's last time, you must win. There will be no chance to fix it. To whole life, people will be saying, "Oh, what a career it was." That's a pity. It didn't go that good in the last fight. Like, and you will listen this whole your life. In 10 years, people will be saying this. You don't want to live with this thing. So you can see that he's super well prepared, lose a lot of weight, and he brought the biggest guys possible. On his training sessions last 6 months, they were torturing him and preparing for Carlos Vémola, which is excellent wrestler. So that many people make see him as a favorite. On another hand, Carlos Vémola won last fight quite easy, I would say. Not easy, but it was not that hard in second round.
Mhm.
And he just did what he's the best, and he was wrestling. He take him on the ground and choke him there. So I would say it's really pretty, yeah, how to say? I don't know. I'm expecting if it end up in the first round, it will go for Attila. It means that he will hit him with the punch probably and knock him down. If it will be longer than one round, probably Carlos will take advantage because it means he can handle his strong punches and defend them and probably wrestle him. And that's his strongest part.
Definitely. And tell me a little bit more about this Infinity belt. How did you guys design it? What was the inspiration for it? And I know you said it's just like a one-off. Are you interested in doing like more of these kind of one-off belts when they make sense for the right fights?
I would say we are very picky when to use these special belts. To be honest, we don't want to do it at all, but there are two occasions. This is the second one when we are using special belt. First was King of Germany last year when we broke the world record with 60,000 fans in Frankfurt. It was so huge, this fight. It really deserved special belt. And all Germany was so hyped. So that's why we did it. And now it's a really huge legacy. Like so many young fighters, they grew up on Attila or Carlos, watching them fighting when they were small kids. I mean, these young fighters, and now these two legends are leaving, and we will be forever talking to ourselves like, "Oh, I have been there in that era of Carlos Vémola and Attila Végh." That's why we decided to really make this beautiful dot at the end of their careers and decorate one of them with this special belt.
Yeah, that's a nice gesture for sure. And then in the co-main events, as you mentioned, Makhmud Muradov, he's one of my favorite guys to watch. I thought, his UFC tenure was kind of cut short a little bit, but a great signing for you guys. And he's obviously been great. What have you thought of what he's done so far? And I guess for him to win that interim belt, how big of a fight could that set up if, it goes into a unification fight?
This is actually a very big fight. Like Mahmoud, he was fighting in Octagon and he left to UFC,
Yep.
where he performed very well, I would say. Now he is back, and he's at the point of his career when if he will win and become an interim champion, it will define his career for future. Be on the top, having a target on his back, and really achieve great things in next years. In case of lose, it will be much harder for him. So all eyes on him. Actually, he's the fighter who has the most followership on social media from all our roster.
Yeah.
Very famous guy. And they are like old rivals with Patrick Kinsel. This fight supposed to happen 6 years back, and it didn't from many reasons. So now the whole scene is waiting. Okay, so who is better? Now we will know at the end. Is it Patrick Kinsel or Makhmud Muradov? And I have the Makhmud is better in bets. So most people see him as a favorite. But let's see. Patrick was a very, very long time our middleweight champion, very experienced fighter. It will be personal, actually, this one.
Yeah, it's no joke. And yeah, as you said, Makhmud, the big following. If people don't remember, he was a guy who was originally signed by Floyd Mayweather for the Money Team as an MMA fighter. So yeah, he's been great. Like I said, one of my favorites. And another huge card here, another big crowd. You guys are killing it. I know you've done some like big TV deals of late in Europe and stuff. Do you feel like is this going very well? Are you very happy with all the stuff you're doing in Europe? And is this just the game plan going forward to just keep doing big fight cards like this on your part of the world?
Oh yeah, 100% sure. Today I was on call. We have a trophy from the Düsseldorf arena. They gave us for selling it out. The beautiful trophy sold out. And I was today on call with Brian Lacey, our English host. And I have this trophy in front of me, and we were talking. I said, "Oh, it seems that we will sell out the stadium in these last days." And he just said, but just nobody's doing this. You know that, Pavol? Like, it's so rare. Even UFC didn't sell out the Manchester Arena.
Yeah.
And don't take me wrong, UFC is great product. I don't mean it bad. And he said, like, nobody's doing it here in Europe. Like, I was like, oh my God, really? Like, it's so crazy. We really love our job. We love to sell out the arenas and attract fans. Like you said, we have great TV deals around Europe, around the world, actually, and still trying to make it better. The MMA Fight Metrics, sorry, just said that we are officially the third best promotion in the world after UFC and PFL. Is also very nice to hear that our effort is bringing the fruits, and we always try to deliver the most entertaining show for fans, and I think this is the results. So we are very, very happy with this event. We prepared it to be open with the national anthem, like in Super Bowl. Or I know, you guys, you in US, you're used to these things, but it's not common in Europe. So we will have this. The fighter jets will fly above the stadium with the Czech army. Then we will have a great halftime show. The Czechoslovak most listened artist on Spotify, and main card will have special walkouts. We'll make it like more special, more fun, more entertaining, but still, just the sport is the main thing in the whole show. So yeah, I recommend. I hope you'll be watching.
Oh, of course. I love what you guys are doing. I think it's been amazing. I don't think you guys get enough credit or respect, and a lot of people are still maybe, like, especially in this part of the world. I'm in Canada, but even like Canada, US, maybe people are trying to find your product more. How can you get those people outside of like doing interviews like this and just gain maybe a bigger audience in this part of the world? Is that something you guys are focused on, or are you happy with, the audience you're growing in Europe and other parts of the world?
Definitely, we see North America as one of our most important markets, because we know that we have a great show. It's 6 hours of fun. It's a very good timing because it starts at noon.
Yeah.
So you can drink afternoon, Saturday with your friends and have a barbecue and watching fights. So you don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. like we have to if we want to watch UFC here in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's a great time. It's talking to you in English. So and it's a lot of entertainment, a lot of video content around. So we know that it has a big potential. We know the numbers when we used to be on DAZN, they were quite good, but we were not happy with the collaboration that much. So that right now we are searching for a good partner, talking to different platforms in North America, and we want to make a proper deal, which will be sure that it will be super easy to access in North America for fans to watch, because we know it has a great potential.
Yeah, that's all the right things to say for sure. And, like, I'm sure when you think of long-term goals and things like that, you mentioned, you're listed as number 3. What do you think you have to do to get to number 2? I won't say number 1 because we know UFC is the UFC, but, getting to number 2 feels realistic.
100%. And many people say, guys, but you are already number 2. If you look at the metrics, how many people are going to our tournaments? Like, if you count that PFL has a problem to sell small arenas for 20 pounds in UK, for example, and we are selling every arena in Germany, Czechoslovakia, about 10,000. And also the viewership. We know the numbers from DAZN, and they told us pretty fast that, okay, guys, now you have better numbers than PFL, and we don't even promote you that much because we can't, because PFL is our product. So I would say, and maybe that's right. So depends how you look at it, but
sure,
I think the number 2, it's if we are not there, we will be there very soon, and it's an amazing feeling. I totally respect UFC. That's the Olympics of our sport. I love that. I love to watch it, and it's too far, from the second place to first. It's pretty long way. So we are very, very happy. We would be very, very happy to be as a number 2. And number one in Europe for European fans, and maybe for many people, at least to be most entertaining show in the world. So at least in this category, maybe we will be as a number one from the perspective of some fans. That's our goal. Actually.
Of course. No. And I think you guys do a great product, as I said. And I mean, for you, like, it seems like you guys stay in your lane too. You know what you're doing. You're not, going crazy overspending on signing certain fighters and stuff. But I guess how like closely do you guys monitor the free agent market? Like, if there is a fighter out there that you think is the right fit that maybe, costs more than you'd plan to, like, is that something you think could help take you to the next level? Do you think ultimately that's what's going to be the difference, is finding fighters or guys that you build up yourself that can become stars? Like, is that what's going to make the difference, is having certain fighters that break through to everyone's interest?
I have two answers for this. First is that we believe it's always about the story. And if you look on our event in Frankfurt, when we sold 60,000 tickets, as I mentioned, on the football stadium as well, the main event was two guys from 200 in world ranking. It's crazy. Like, imagine it will be in any other sport. Like, it's unbelievable. And that's because we believe that when the story fits, this miracle can happen. And we made whole Germany watching this, which was millions of people. And that's why we believe more in the story, in proper fit, than signing some super name, maybe let's say UFC fighter, well-known globally guy. But if he's after his career, he don't have that hunger. He's not coming like, oh, I'm here to take the belt and you'll see I will be the new king of Octagon. He's just there because I'm a star and look at me. I don't want to talk bad about anyone. This is usually the principle of these big legends which are leaving the pedestal in UFC. So we are looking for these. We are searching for these guys who has this hunger. They are coming into any division and they want to just smash it and be the kings of actually any division possible, like Will Flaherty, who want to be another triple champion in 3 weight classes. So this is what we are looking for. This is what we believe works. And the second part of my answer to this is that we are already negotiating one big fight, big names, but it's a little bit different than maybe you would be expecting. But that's something what we believe. On the other hand, that's why your question is correct, that you need something what will like go through all the bubbles, like one big massive wave which go through the media environment all around the world, and people start to noticing, okay, there is Octagon, there is something big, maybe I should watch it. And once they will watch, maybe they will watch again, and partners will know, the TV broadcasters will suddenly know, and so on. So yes, we are working on such a fight, but it will be maybe slightly different than you expect.
That's a great tease. I'm very interested now to see whenever this announcement comes. So it's been great chatting with you, Pavol. It's always great when we do this. I'm very impressed with what you guys are doing over there, and it just continues. Every show, it seems like, is getting better and better, and you guys are killing it. The scenes out of all these fight cards are so cool to look at. So if anyone hasn't checked out Octagon, definitely do so. Octagon 72 on Saturday. The Infinity Belt. It's going to be very cool to see all this. And yeah, man, I appreciate your time. Keep doing your thing, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you very much.